items to pass, telecast. It's the 10 items or less podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to 10 Items or Less. My name is Justin Smith. I'm your host. I'm here bringing you a podcast that instead of in a long format, it's the express checkout lane of podcasts. We try to do it real quick. We have 10 questions with our guests. Do you get to see all 10 of them? Well, I don't know. We picked the best ones. But we're here to start. I'm so excited for our guest today. I've known her for a long time. She's very funny. The one and only Mia Jackson.
I expected clapping. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just in our spirit, we're
That was
clapping.
good. I loved it. Thank you. That's a great intro.
Are you ready to get into it
I'm
super fast?
I am ready to get into it. Let's do
All
it.
right,
Let's do it. Okay.
First question.
Okay.
So you're watching a 5-season show on television.
Watching a 5-season show. Okay.
Would you rather have 3 good seasons up top or 2 great seasons at the end with an incredible finish?
Give me 3 good ones up top.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're okay with it just falling apart at the end?
Yeah. So I can argue with people about it. To be like, remember the first 3 seasons, just for conflict.
See, that's why I need my show to be good at the end, because I feel like this happened with Game of Thrones for me, and I know people are going to hate that.
I did,
but people will try to get me into a show, and I go, I'm not watching it till it's over. I won't get into it because I'm watching you watch the show. Because you know how many times I've had people watch 1 or 2 seasons of a show, and then I watch them go, what's going on with this show? Season 3, and I go, see, that's why I didn't get into it. Because you're lost. You tried to get me to follow you.
Maybe I just changed my mind then.
Maybe
I want the strong finish.
It's very happy. Look into that camera and tell everybody Justin was wrong.
All right.
For the second time in our relationship.
I'll take the strong I'll take a strong finish just because I'm thinking about things that I've watched and I'll take because I don't want to be sad at the end.
That's the first time I've converted somebody on this show.
No.
Come on.
Well, I know how our
that high five needs to be better next time. I'm going to say that.
I didn't give you the right. Let's do it again. I think. Okay, there we go. I didn't give you the right.
I felt the pop on that one.
The hand ratio. I was a little lower.
Yeah.
Than what I needed.
We were also like, this is a bad position to do that.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's whatever. Question number 2.
Number 2.
What is the weirdest thing that you've ever put ketchup on?
The weirdest thing I've ever put ketchup on. You know what? I really only put it on fries.
Yeah?
Yeah, and burgers. I don't put it on weird things.
Nothing else?
No, because I'm not an animal. Oh my God.
Well, here's the thing.
Not
also,
a psychopath.
Think about. I agree with your assessment initially, but I feel like you need to do a little bit more digging. Think about how many things have you had a plate you put ketchup on, and it's got fries on there. Yeah, but then whatever you're eating with the fries,
I mean,
you go, maybe this might be...
No, just onion ring. No, nothing else should go with ketchup.
Okay.
I mean, now I have had ketchup fries. No, sorry, ketchup chips. I have had ketchup chips.
Now we're getting somewhere.
But they were made that way.
Yeah.
It was because one of my friends who's from Canada, he was like, oh, they got ketchup chips. And then I tried them and I was like, these are not terrible.
Would you buy them in a store?
I would. I did buy some. I think when I went to Canada, I was like, oh, those are the ketchup chips. And I had them. They're like a nice little, what is it? I don't know if it's, what is it? They weren't, it wasn't sour. That's not the right word, but
zesty.
It had a little kick to it where I was like, oh, this is acceptable.
Yeah.
Because ketchup only goes on fries or onion rings or burgers. It
or
doesn't
eggs.
go, because why would
What?
Because why would somebody do that?
People do it.
But
There's a lot of weird things that people ketchup on.
like if I saw somebody put ketchup on like a ham and cheese sandwich, I would report them.
People put ketchup on a grilled cheese. I don't.
No,
that face
my God.
is wonderful.
Oh my God.
That's why we're friends still.
Oh.
Next question. You can either have a mansion, but it's only furnished with patio furniture.
Okay.
Or you can have a 2-bedroom apartment and you can have whatever furniture you want.
I don't, you know what? I think I'd have to go with the 2-bedroom with whatever furniture I want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because now as a as a person who's in their twilight years, I value comfort.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, because look, I bought a couch, and I probably only had it since November, December. And I was like, is this thing already slightly sagging? I had to buy, just literally the other day, I bought a couch cushion support. It's like a accordion type thing with plywood.
Right.
And I just put it, and when I tell you, I was like, let me just test it out to see if this works. Within seconds, I was asleep so hard, I woke myself up from snoring. So,
Oh wow.
I value, give me the best stuff in a 2-bedroom so I can sleep in peace. You can't sleep on a patio couch.
Oh, I can, and I have.
Now, why am I not surprised?
I know, but I'm
not.
But I'm with
not.
you on this one.
Yeah, give me I want a good mattress. I want a good couch.
I've also never broken good furniture, but I've broken patio furniture a lot. There should be a trophy for how much patio
it's breakable.
furniture.
It's not meant to be. It's just outside.
Yeah,
That's why I don't need a mansion full of patio. Maybe I need it. Give me the 2-bedroom with all the good stuff.
Yeah,
That's what I
comfy
want.
oak furniture that costs a lot of money.
Yes, that's what I need in my life.
And not because it costs money, because
it's hard to break. Yeah, and it's hard to break. Yeah.
I'm on board. Next question. You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Now, because you and I both share that we have lived for many years in New York City. Mm-hmm. This is a question that I catered specifically for you.
Okay.
Would you rather be a tour bus guide for a week or clock in and have to do 20 hours as a Times Square Mickey Mouse?
No, give me the tour bus
Really?
for a week. Yeah.
The tour bus, your face is in the open. Everybody knows that Mia Jackson is doing a tour bus.
I'm okay with that. I would not want to be in a Mickey Mouse suit for 20 hours.
Man, you know the fun you could have in a Mickey Mouse suit?
No, I would be hot,
Anonymity.
damp.
You can do it in December?
No,
Damp is...
no.
you got me on that one.
No, absolutely not.
Because those knockoff Mickey Mouse costumes are not waterproof.
And I feel like, no, I can't.
But Mia, I think you're missing out. Think about all the friends you would make.
I wouldn't make any.
You would make friends with the Naked Cowboy.
I wouldn't. I would not talk to any of them.
Make friends with Iron Man.
Put me on the bus.
What about the Hulk?
I'm pointing out stuff to people. Hey, look, that's Macy's on 34th Street.
How did I know Macy's would be the first point? Macy's would be for sure the first point.
I like that Macy's. It's so classic.
If you look, that's Macy's.
It's so classic.
And that is also Macy's.
The classic Macy's. I was about to say, before I continue, did you know I used to work in loss prevention at a Macy's?
Oh my gosh. What did that job entail?
I didn't do it well, to be honest. But
Are you just letting people slide left and right?
there were, because I would assess with the camera, and I would just be like, we might fight, and I'm not sure I could win.
So you're watching. By the way, how hard was it to see people?
We had cameras on. Yeah, the only place that you because you were legally not allowed to have cameras in the actual dressing rooms,
right,
but you could have cameras pointed to the entrance. So sometimes when we would see people go in with like, this person came, with all this stuff.
They go in like you and they come out like me.
And then we'd be like, I remember one time we stopped some like middle school teen girls, and I don't know how much underwear they took, but it was so much. It was so much.
So walk me through, because I've never
ridiculous.
I've only seen this on TikTok or Instagram. So walk me through. You're in the place. You're watching the camera.
I'm in the booth.
Walk me through the process. You're on camera, or you're watching the television.
Mm-hmm.
You see somebody commit a potential
crime. Yeah, you just have to watch. And so a lot of times we could look at like, there were some areas where you knew, like, again, like the underwear or the jewelry, like
right,
that we would definitely look at that section, because it would be kids that would be like, oh, well, let me get, go down there and see the empty earring cards, because they just took them off. But then like the most theft was actually people that worked there.
Who could have seen that coming?
The most, because they knew how to.
Who could have seen that coming?
No, listen. When I tell you,
Get out of here!
Don't you do this? We had a sting operation.
You had a sting for
On
employee.
Yes, we had somebody who she was stealing those Godiva chocolate bars.
Oh.
So they had a sting for her. Then there was this one kid who, and I'm gonna call him a kid. We were both in college at the same time, but he. So apparently he was doing really poorly in school, and his dad was like, you got to work, so you need to make this money. Well, of course, he's not making a lot of money because it's retail. And we could go back and look at the tapes, and you would see where, so you walk up to my register, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. You bought this set of dishes? Great. Have a good day. So then you would see him after that void the transaction, then write down how much he voided it for, then take that out of the So we would find the slips of paper of where he was just tallying how much he was doing to make his rent.
He left a paper trail.
He left a full on paper trail.
Wow.
It was
If he hadn't left the paper trail, would you have just figured it out?
They would have eventually figured it out, just because it would have been like, why does this person have so many? Somebody spent $205 on dishes, and now he has avoided like it was just too many transactions. Like, because one or two was expected, because people return stuff, right. But he just had so many. But yeah, you could see the tally.
Man, I love
the tally.
I love a hustle. I love finding a flaw in the system, and just. Because you go, there's a flaw in the system. Maybe I get away with it one or two times. Anybody that finds a flaw in the system, they go, I'm going to do it 300,000 times.
Yeah. And then like some people would come in and they would steal on game day so they could get something to wear to the game.
Oh.
So a lot of drunk people would be like, I want a jersey. And they just come. Yeah. They would chase people into the woods. It was crazy. It was insane. Yeah. So.
Who were they fans of?
No, I was in Athens at the time.
Yeah.
So they would come to get the
Georgia fans run right to the woods.
Yeah, they would just be like
right to the woods.
I mean, they would come in when I would say it would be 7, 8. 8. I think maybe store open at 8. They would come in already drunk, just like I need something for game day. Now I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just gonna take it.
So but I still want to know. So, because I want to know the process. Mm-hmm. You see somebody.
Yeah, we
steal something on the camera.
So
now what do you do? What do you physically do?
So first we would make sure like they actually took it, because you don't want it to be a situation where they did not take anything and now you have a lawsuit.
Right.
So you would have to make sure it was like you would see them once you saw them exit the store. Because we had like, it was like a set of doors, and then the second set. If they made it to that second set, is basically as long as if their foot was still on the curb of Macy's.
Oh, even outside?
We could go and but if one foot was off the curb, you just had to let them go.
So what is your?
I had handcuffs.
What was the way that you got their attention? What was the phrase that you used?
I can't remember, but I know we would go up to because we would try not to cause a scene, but of course people would be like, "Why you? What? I didn't do nothing," And then we're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come back." But
how was your handcuff game?
I only had to do it a few times, but we also had a police officer in the store with us. So for certain, so we would have to call them, for certain things too. So, but yeah, we had a holding cell and everything.
Wow.
I had a badge.
You had a badge?
I mean, it was plastic, but yes.
Did you flash it ever?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was just.
So when you pull it out, what's the thing you say?
I can't remember. I don't remember that I blocked so much out of it.
I'm going to tell you something. I think you remember exactly what it is.
No, I don't. I really don't. I just do remember my dad telling me before I started working there. He was just like, "Hey, that is not your
path."
No, he said something else. But
gotcha. That is not your calling. That is not your calling.
And it was funny. One of my friends at the time, I remember him going. He said he thought that's what my dad was saying. He said, "I thought your dad was like, no, this is not for you." My dad was like, no, those things don't belong to you. Do not fight people.
Yeah.
He's like, because they would even tell us in training. They'd be like, "Listen, if somebody pulls a gun on you, just just let
Grab
him
it
take
real
it. I'm like,
fast.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
grab
I'm
it
like,
real
I'm
fast.
not fighting. I'm like, if you show me a gun, this is all yours. Like, I'll give you my clothes.
Oh
You know.
my God, it's so
Yeah.
funny.
So I know I got
I'm
off
gonna tell you
task.
something. I think your dad's a real one.
Yeah, my dad was just like, nah,
Because you
that
can't.
ain't-
That's the one thing when you get to a child, when you get like when your kid gets to a certain age, you got to stop giving them pie in the sky
Yeah,
advice.
my dad was just like,
and you got to
nah.
start giving them real advice.
he was just like,
Just
nah.
so you know,
Yeah, he was like, nah.
whoever's in charge of that store does not care about you.
Yeah, that's what he
They
said.
don't care about them. They don't care about you.
He said he didn't want to hear that I was running after nobody. He said he didn't want to hear nothing.
The next question, very simple. Again, another New Yorker
Okay.
in your thought process. If you could pick an infestation,
Oh my God.
what would it be?
If I had
If
to
your
pick,
place could be infested by anything, what would it be?
bunnies.
Bunnies.
Yes,
Why bunnies?
just because they're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the chaos that a bunny can create?
Yeah, but I like a little chaos.
You do like a little chaos. I agree with that 100%. As it was rolling off your tongue, I was like, she really does like chaos. That's how our friendship was formed, pure chaos.
Yeah, so give me bunnies. I don't want,
I also love that you're such a sweet person. But you have a little joker in you.
There's an undercurrent of mess. One of my friends, he calls me. He what is he? When I act a fool, he'll be like, "Oh, the jackal's here."
Yeah,
He's like
the jackal.
That's what he'll be like, the jackal. He calls my sister the sniper, and then he calls me the jackal.
I like that, and I also like that you whispered it.
The jackal.
Jackal.
Like I feel like that would be a good CBS procedural.
Yeah.
She's the jackal.
That's a pitch for pilot season. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Mild-mannered by day, but she fights.
Watch out, Queen Latifah's Equalizer, because Mia Jackson's
It's
the
coming,
jackal.
the jackal.
It's coming next season.
She's well rested because she has a 2-bedroom apartment full of mahogany.
That's right. That show's gonna be 5 seasons, and the last 2 are gonna be great. All right, so this one's very complicated.
Okay.
My girl came up with this question.
Okay.
And I was very happy about it.
All right.
So think in your head the best party of your life. The
Okay.
best party imaginable.
Okay.
You can show up 2 hours early for the party,
All right.
and it's just you and the host
Okay.
for the 2 hours leading up to it.
Ooh.
And you can stay at this party as long as you want.
Okay.
Or you don't have to do that, and you can come for the last 30 minutes of the party.
No, I'm gonna come early.
See, we had an ongoing discussion about this question, and I was the only one that said I would rather come early.
Yeah, I would rather come early because the snacks are still fresh.
That's exactly what I said. Look at him. That's exactly what I said. You want to come with old dip?
Yeah,
You want to come with an egg roll, like the egg roll that they go, this is cold, and they just put it back on the tray?
Or you see where like something's been on the burner and now you see like the burnt edge. Like, no, give me fresh dip. Give me fresh
I
dip.
told you. This
All
is
right.
this.
Yeah.
You know what I love? I love when you have a topic of conversation, you talk to one of your friends, and then you're reminded once again about why you're friends.
There we go. Fresh dip.
Yes. And you get to see, like, I always feel like we were talking about anytime you watch like a movie and there's a amazing party, the last 30 minutes, that's when the cops come.
Right.
Or that's when all the weird people are there.
Right. The people that should have left already. Like, go.
Exactly.
Go.
The people that weren't invited get wind of it and then show up.
I don't need that. Give me early, fresh snacks.
Because when you have people that go to a good party, and people stay for about an hour usually, they go to a good party, and then they go somewhere after, and they go, man, you would not believe the most amazing party that I ever went to is right up the road. And they go, right up the road, you say?
Yep. We don't need that.
And
No.
so now you got truck drivers from the Waffle House.
We don't want to see them.
Nope.
We don't want them at the party.
Unless they bring in fresh dip. Unless they got a 18-wheeler filled with dip.
If there was at Waffle House, yeah, bring me some
Yeah.
butter pecan waffles.
Yeah, I need some more stuff to put ketchup on.
What are you putting ketchup on? What are you putting on
People
besides
put-
eggs?
People put ketchup on. But see, I said eggs, and you said that was weird.
I don't like it. I've seen it,
I do think chips are weird, though.
but it's not a chip with it's imbued in the chip.
It feels very English to me.
Well, I mean Canada.
That's true.
They're
all weird.
Yeah. So
You heard it here first. Next question.
All right. Next question.
Next question.
All right.
You can either have no new clothes for a year
Okay.
or no new movies or television for a year.
No new movies or television for a year because I mean with the way the industry's going, that's pretty much what's happening anyway.
I love that answer. I love that answer.
Like, what's new content? Come on.
A lot of people initially go with the clothes answer, and I just
Yeah.
and maybe the responsible answer is no new clothes.
Yeah, but I don't know what I might do in a year. Maybe I might start drinking smoothies and I need some new clothes.
I think I had an argument with somebody when I kind of throw this question out. They were like, "But it's bad for the environment if you make clothes." But I go, "But if you stop television shows, you know how many wardrobes that is? Each scene is you have to have 3 costumes for each
Yeah,
character.
yeah,
So technically, by me getting new clothes, I'm saving the environment.
Yeah.
Stop all production.
Yeah, it's already I mean,
By the way, there's always
it's already stopped.
I haven't seen.
I mean, it's come on.
It's very funny for me to be like, I just want you to know that's already happening.
Yeah, I'm like,
there's-
it's like I'm like it's already so
Yeah,
I'd be fine.
that's.
I
Great.
mean, it's sad. I would love it if
Yeah.
there were more TV shows.
Well, it's not sad if
Right.
you laugh while you say it.
Well,
That's the one rule that I have.
you're right.
I just
I'll
go,
take it.
this hot wing is really hot. I don't know if it works as well. All right, so this is, especially for people that travel a bunch,
Okay.
this is one of my
Ooh, let's hear it.
favorite questions to ask people.
Okay.
Where's the weirdest place that you've ever washed your clothes?
What is the weirdest place? I mean, I don't know if it's weird, but I mean, unless you count the laundromat I went to in Vegas, just because it feels like Vegas shouldn't have laundromats, but I forget regular people live there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Regular people live everywhere.
Regular people live in Vegas, but it was an ordeal.
And you went to the laundromat to do the laundry?
Yeah, because the where I was working, because you know how sometimes some
whole week.
hotels will have,
Right.
and I think I was gone for like 2 weeks or something, and so I was like, I'm gonna have to put all this in a laundry bag and take an Uber. But I also washed clothes in the sink before in hotels.
See, that's
I've
the
done that.
interesting thing.
I've done that, but I mean, so laundromat itself not weird, but I'm like Vegas.
See, I like how you had I've washed my clothes in the sink. That was in your head, but then you go,
No,
at Vegas laundromat
was just-
you live in New York.
it was unacceptable.
Do you not do your clothes in, you have,
No, I have an in.
oh,
I have an in unit.
Sorry.
Got an in unit.
Wow. She's living a different life than the rest of us. I was humble. When I lived in New York, I went to the laundromat for 6 years.
Oh, I did though. I did. I used to go before I moved to Jersey. I used to go to the
But by the way, also, just for the record, like I did use a laundromat, but I did use the drop-off service at the laundromat.
Fancy.
So I was doing. I don't know if
No, it is,
You're
'cause-
still having to carry a bag of clothes.
that's in a nice rectangle.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
nice.
how did y'all get it like this?
It's always crazy how you can fill up a bag and it's like full. It's like a guy coming back from Vietnam with a bag full.
Yeah,
And then you just show up and it looks like a
just a nice
like a
cute-
Chinese
it looks
food
like, it looks
takeout
like
box.
Your ottoman.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Yeah, it's
You're
just
like,
a
oh.
nice, neat. Yeah, but
I'm
I use
convinced. I
drop-off.
wish I could have those women pack for me when I go on trips.
I mean, because you don't need packing cubes with
No.
them. No.
no, I could pack a. Can you imagine having that woman come over and pack your suitcase? You could get a checked bag into a carry-on.
Easy.
That's how
Easy.
That's how crazy they fold your
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
even when you open it up, it pops open. You're like, oh, this must be all air. This is crazy.
And then it's amazing. Is what it is. But yeah, I've used drop off before. But yeah, now I just walk to the closet.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for your life. I'm
Well-
happy your life is doing really good.
Well, listen, it was.
I just want you to
I
know
didn't-
the
I
way
didn't-
you touched my hand.
I didn't say I was doing
when it-
good. I just.
you were just like you touched me in a way where you're like, I'm so sorry, but also like it's probably dirty what I'm touching, so
I did not. Oh my god.
I don't want to get those laundromat germs on me.
Oh my god.
All right, so here's my next question.
Okay.
What is your pillow situation?
Well, it's not. It's an issue, right? I mean, it could be better. I will say that because I feel like I don't have the right density that I need, so I have been doubling up.
Right.
But I need to invest in a pillow where I'm like, this is the one.
How many? Just initially, if you had an ideal, if every pillow was exactly how you would want it, how many pillows do you have?
How many? Now I currently have. Let me see.
And I'm not talking throw pillows. I'm talking actual sleeping situation.
There may or may not be 6. Listen.
I mean, I approve.
Thank you. Yeah. And then I do have, I think it's 3 throw pillows.
Anything less than 3, what are you doing?
Yeah. I don't, yeah. Cause I need to be able to make some adjustments. I need to puff.
I'm going to tell you something. I go to an Airbnb and I walk into the master bedroom in an
You
Airbnb
check the
and there's one pillow on each side, 1-star review immediately.
No, that's fair.
I go, there better be an outdoor shower.
There should be 4. Yeah. Cause then I hate to see a flat
Yeah.
pillow too.
And then if there's anybody with me, you're like, you get no pillows. All 4 of those are for me.
No, but now you've just reminded me that I need to get it. I need to find like an important pillow, one that I'm like,
Yeah.
because I remember when I got one, I was like, I sink down too low. I don't feel good about it. I need something where I'm like,
It also is weird when you go to a hotel and you realize you got to do like the drumming on all the pillows because one's soft, one's hard, one's throw. You got to recreate. It's like Minecraft. You got to recreate this whole situation.
I look at labels. In fact, that's how when I went.
I would never look inside of a hotel pillowcase.
No, when I went.
Because that's just asking for trouble.
Well, I mean, no, but I'm like, I want to see what, because there was one hotel I stayed at where I was like, this mattress is so good that I was like, I need to know. But you know what? When you Google the website, they would tell you what the mattress, and I said, this is what I needed.
Yeah.
But I will look at the pillow sometimes because I'm like, why is this pillow so great? And I don't know if you know this, but I grew up in a textile related household. My mom worked in HR for a textile company, so we had all the good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when I just started buying stuff on my own, I was like,
I just want you to know that I'm sitting here pretending like I know exactly what textile is. I'm hoping you're gonna give a fella a context clue. Because you go textile and I go, textile.
They made towels,
you're lucky.
Towels, sheets, bedding, like all that kind of stuff. So
right.
Yeah, so like growing up, I always had like good bedding, and so when I had to start getting stuff on my own, I was like, ew, I don't want to live like this. I'm like, I was spoiled.
Oh, I can't be alone in that, right?
Let me make sure. Let me look. Let me Google
now
it
you're looking for sure.
No. Because now you got me feeling like I'm wrong, and I know I'm not.
It's funny because you're
yes, fiber-based material and using bedding. household items. Ugh, I cannot believe I. But yeah, she worked at a.
I'm sorry I disappointed you as a friend.
cannot-
I let you down.
Really, I mean,
It really was like. I'm not.
I could have just told you anything. I should have been like, no, she
No,
manufactured
It
bombs.
wasn't. It wasn't
Yeah.
a flex. You're just like.
No.
It's kind of like when you do this. You know how many times I've said to somebody, I go, "Oh, they're shooting like BTS stuff," and I watch them go, "Oh yeah," and I go,
know
"Oh
what it
no, they don't know," and I
It's a
don't.
pop band. No, it's
Yeah.
not. No, I know what BTS is.
Why I don't know how to be like, hey, it's behind the scenes, like, because like there's no way to walk back an abbreviation in conversation without being like, oh, it's showbiz talk. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, you don't want to be that
Yeah,
guy. You know,
so
you just have to just nod along with them.
Also, shout out to all the people that let you use that without them knowing, and they just let the conversation flow.
And hopefully they can figure it out.
Me, I just want you to know this episode has been so great. We're here at the final question.
All right.
This is the big one. The last question.
Okay.
What hill would you die on?
What hill would I die on?
Yeah.
Ketchup does not go on eggs. No, okay. No. Okay, no. The
Listen.
hill. No, the hill I would die on is this. We have had a lot of problematic people in the creative world.
You don't say.
Yeah, I don't want to, name anybody specifically, but there's an artist who I will sometimes. I can't stop listening sometimes, and do I feel a little guilt?
Right?
But am I also having the time of my life?
Always.
Absolutely.
I think you're speaking everybody's language.
But to assuage the guilt, whatever that person's been accused of, what if the royalties proceeds went to an organization that benefited whoever, their victims? That way, the money's going to them. You listen, this is going to a good place. That 2 cents from Spotify is going to an organization.
I just want you to know, of all the times I've asked this question, I've never had somebody take it this direction and push it this way. I love it. I love it. Because here's the thing. Not only are you giving to a charitable function, you are also giving this thing you created back to the people. Because
artists,
now we don't have
for
to.
the people.
Yeah. Now we don't have to feel guilty for not even just if I listen to it personally. If I'm at a wedding or I'm at a function or I'm out and the DJ is just cooking. You've been somewhere where just a DJ is just cooking.
Yeah.
And
then,
every song it's like, oh,
and
yes.
you're like, I'm not supposed to listen to that.
They just keep elevating the mood and you're like, what could be better? And then one of those pieces of media
one of the
comes on.
somebody from the Spotify monster mix.
And you're even if you just there's always that moment where you go
Right. Yeah.
and you look around and you go,
well, you caught yourself nodding your head and you've been like, and you're like, and that's been, it's, there have been some times where I've been like, I wasn't supposed to be enjoying this. And then I'm like, but it happens.
but that would be a thing because you're like, oh, I'm listening to this song.
Yeah, I'm like, this song.
Because I'm helping this oppressed group of people.
I'm helping, like, if this person, whatever group, whatever they've done, if I'm like, that playlist goes to this organization.
I love it. There's no better way to end this podcast than that right there. You're solving problems left and right.
So now I'm going to go out and commit some crimes.
Here,
No, I'm not.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to.
Watch out, Macy's.
I would actually I would like my proceeds to come to me. So I will not be committing crimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But that's how we get rid of the guilt.
Mia, I just want you to know you're one of my favorite people on this planet. You're one of my favorite people to watch online. You're one of my favorite people to watch live. You are somebody that I envy as far as clothing that they pick on stage. You are amazing in every facet of your existence.
Don't you?
And I want all the people that are watching, following, go follow Mia on social media. Everything. Mia Jackson is the...
It's Mia Comedy.
Mia
I
Comedy.
mean, my name is Mia Jackson, but it's just Mia Comedy on Instagram and whatever the other sites are that I probably don't really use. But just come find me on Instagram.
Please go follow. Go watch her half hour. Go look at all the things that she's worn on stage.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
I've had some good tracksuits. Okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some good jumpers too.
Yeah, somebody just brought up one of my outfits the other day, and I was like, "Thank you so much."
I agree with
I
whatever they
tried
said.
so hard.
Mia, thank you so much for coming
Thank
and doing
you.
my show.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.